Hello, welcome back to Questing Mayhem. First things first, there's something I need to address about the last episode. Turns out these fluid conduits are not as good as I thought they were. It turns out that the kind of gravity physics portion of it is a lot more significant than I thought it was. Essentially, you'll see that these pipes look like they're completely full of lava, right? But as you increase elevation, you'll see up here that it's taking a very long time for that lava to get to the stone barrel, which is still at 80.3%, the same it was last episode. And so you'll see that the lava is slightly filling up the pipe a little bit, but it's taking its sweet time. And that, I think, is because it's increasing Y elevation, and so it's taking a lot longer time to fill up that lava. If it was going downhill, it wouldn't be a problem, but since it's going uphill, it's going to be a big problem. I noticed this when I was attempting to replace the fluid transfer nodes with fluid conduits in between episodes. It was just not liking going up all the way and then going up and then coming down all the way over here. Did not like that in the slightest. So, I'm thinking these pressurized fluid conduits will be better at transferring the liquid at higher elevations, and they transfer more faster anyway. So, it requires conduit binder, which I made a bunch of excess throughout, so that should be no problem. It requires fused quartz though, and that is nether quartz in the alloy smelter, which is why I've spent in between episodes farming the xanthium seeds I made in between 2 episodes ago and last episode that I made recently. And so this will provide us with enough quartz, I do believe, except for the fact that I need like one more stack, which is annoying, but nevertheless, it is what it is. Yeah, so they're over here, next to the glowstone seeds. They require soul sand to be planted on, and also nether quartz ore below that, which wasn't a big problem. Again, we have that silver pickaxe. Still haven't been able to put silky jewel on my Tinker's pickaxe. I think I need another modifier to do that with, so I'm thinking about going mining with the pickaxe in between episodes to get that extra modifier just through XP. But this should, I do believe, be enough quartz shards, yes, good, to make a stack of quartz, and then I'll put that in the alloy smelter, and we'll make fused quartz with that. Here we go. Oh, well, it was quartz shards over there. Oh well. I guess I'll make that, right? Yeah, there we go. And I'm sure there was like some, yeah, there was shards of quartz on it. Yeah, oops. Oh well. Process resources, the excess quartz can go in there. Nice. How much aluminum do we have? Still quite a bit. Okay. Alloy smelter, time to go. Nether quartz, you go in there. Right? Yeah, it's just taking a bit of time. It's fine. There is also the issue that we're not necessarily making much power right now. But I mean, we are making power because the lava has still not run out since I disconnected the pipe. And we have another lava generator there, and if push comes to shove, we can solely rely on the ender generator, and I would feel more than confident and fine with the amount of power that produces for our base. But still would like to get as much power running up as I can. I'd also like to get steel running as fast as I can. So yeah, waiting on that fused quartz currently. Yeah, something really weird happened with the, like how it's split, I do believe. So let me try that again. There we go, that seems better, right? Right. Alright, well I guess I'll cut here and wait for the fused quartz to go up, or to be made, and I'll be back. Okay, have 19 fused quartz, and I have grout in my inventory. and some conduit binder around. I think I also have extra somewhere. Yeah, here. And here. Yeah, I have a lot. Good. And so now I'm going to make a pressurized fluid conduit. I'm hoping that this doesn't have the same problems. So if we disconnect that, I think I can actually vein mine these. No, I can't. Oh, there's a zombie in here. Hi, zombie. How you doing? Angry zombie, but nonetheless. Thanks, Stormcraft. Okay. So mine up. Oh, no. Shoot. Don't have any blocks on me. 1 second. Need to get some cobblestone, which I actually ran out of recently. I have like 1 cobblestone left in the drawer. I guess, might have been gravel or something. I don't know. Alright. Fix the lava spillage. Get rid of the conduits. Alright. Let's see if these pressurized fluid conduits work. I mean, I assume they work on pressure under the law of Ender.io, of which there is none. So I would think that these would work better. If not, there is the Ender fluid conduit, which just instantly transfers power using the magic of Ender. So there's that. Yep, if needed. It's a little bit harder to make though, a bit more expensive. So let's see if things get lava now. Hopefully they do. I should probably also close my door before more zombies get me. Yep, door is wide open in the middle of the night. Great. So, is this getting lava now? It's at 98%. That seems to be working good. And it's getting lava more consistently, which I'm happy about. Yeah, I think that's definitely faster. And so I'm going to also replace, well, also put in blue conduits over here. May not have enough, but I can always make more if I need to. It's like the 3rd episode in a row where I've been in this, like, crawl space area. That is connected. Looks like good. I think we'll have just enough. By just enough, I mean just enough. With like 5 left over, but still, just enough. So that will be extract, always active, and making sure these are insert. And this is insert. Does this have lava once more? Yes, it does. Good. Yay, they worked. And we're getting lava much faster now. And we completed a quest while we were at it, which I'm always happy about. Steel production still slow as ever, but now I can actually get into the meat of what I wanted to do this episode. And that is actually start on the transportation quest line. There was a reason I wanted to make the improved blast furnace, and that was because the start of transportation requires a lot of steel. A quest line about different methods and ways of transportation for methods of getting around your base, and eventually ways you can explore faster and more efficiently. Questline features vanilla, railcraft, simple jetpacks, open blocks, Ender.io, thermal expansion, Mine Factory Reloaded, and Tinker's Construct. Thank you. I don't know how zombies are getting in. I think I must have destroyed a torch somewhere. So that's exciting. Wouldn't be in there. I don't know. I'll place one there for good measure. I don't know. I mean, granted there are a few dark spots. My base definitely could be more lit up, but it's fine. Okay. So let's actually open the transportation section. So as you can see, transportation is a fairly small quest line. There are a total of 24 quests in it, as opposed to, for instance, the basics, which has 67 quests in it. This may be the smallest. Yeah, I think it is the smallest quest line in the first quest book. Although farming with tech, so farming in tech and transportation are both tied for smallest quest line in the first book. Yeah, farming with tech is machines, which I do want to get into eventually because that will help me a lot in farming. Now, why do I want to get into transportation? Obviously, faster ways of travel. To be honest, it will help a lot with recording. It'll make episodes go by faster because I won't have to be moving around as slow. I can have better ways and more convenient ways of getting around. And granted, some of these items aren't game changers, like there's a quest to make a swiftness potion. Not really gonna help long term. But still, it'll be good to get it out of the way. So, basic cut. A minecart is the easiest and most basic way of traveling to travel other than walking. So it just wants us to make a vanilla minecart. However, as you may or may not guess, I modified the minecart recipe to be steel instead of iron. And so that's where the steel comes in. So let's take just this steel, any steel will work, and make a simple minecart. Quest complete. Choosing the reward bag, we get the basic, and it is Lumium Nuggets. Not a bad reward, I don't think. So minecart complete. You all hopefully know what a minecart does. Next, basic rails. The track is how the minecart travels. You always need some type of track under the minecart. The booster track speeds up the minecart. It has to be powered by a redstone signal to work, or you can use a detector track before it. The detector track will emit a redstone signal when a minecart runs over it. The activated rail is a rail that is pretty much only useful with TNT minecarts and hopper minecarts. When activated, if a TNT minecart goes over a powered rail, powered activator, the TNT will go off. On the contrary, if a hopper minecart goes over an activator, the hopper will turn off. And so this wants us to make us tracks as well as like the basic vanilla rails that you all know of and that I just described. So a track, what does a track entail? I do not believe it is a vanilla recipe. Yes, no. I didn't actually modify this recipe. This is the default recipe for rails or tracks. I do believe they're called rails in vanilla. But Railcraft modifies the recipe itself for track, and it also, I believe, renames rail to track. And so, standard rail requires steel and electrical steel. We will be needing a lot of this. Do you see now why I wanted the improved blast furnace? Yeah. And so just for this, which granted, this makes 32, so it's really nice. But we will still need 4 crafts of this. Yeah, 4 crafts. So we'll need 12 steel and 12 electrical steel. Electrical steel is going to be 12 more steel, so we're going to need 24 steel in total, plus silicon and the alloy smelter, plus coal powder, which isn't a problem. So, essential. Well, no. Yeah, so I can actually make that electrical steel right now, because in fact the electrical steel in the alloy smelter does not require steel. It just requires iron, which is nice. So I'm going to need 12, and this is just for the first part of the quest. I do believe there is more. There are more tasks in the quest line. Either way, time to crank the wooden crank a bit more, get more pulverized coal. I should really look into making. Wait, hold on. I feel like a sag mill can do this. Yes, a sag mill can do this, in fact. I should be using the sag mill. Great. Glad I remembered that before I cranked 12 more pieces of coal. Thank you. How is coal cook doing? It's doing okay. We're pretty close, actually, to that 64 steel. Not bad. So sag mill, how you doing? I should actually put some more, lint in you, because I do believe, is it lint that speeds you up? No, that is the, wait, no. I'm putting in the, what? Now I'm curious. What does it make in the Alex melt? Oh, it's on furnace recipe, so of course it makes graphite, not charcoal. Don't, okay. Right. I am all mixed up now, but it's fine. I need to be putting coal in the sag mill. Don't know why I was not doing that before, but it's fine. Sag mill, how are you doing? Coal, go in there, you process into pulverized coal, yay. Good. And so after that, I'll put the pulverized coal with silicon, which you need to get, iron, and then that'll make the energetic steel, or electrical steel, yeah. And I don't think silicon will be that much of an issue. If worst case scenario, I think it comes from sagnaling gravel or something weird like that. I don't know. Perfect. Oh, okay. Apparently I made a little bit extra. Interesting. Alright. Silicon, iron, pulverized coal. Go in. You make very slowly. Apparently, you make electrical steel. Great. First, I do believe there was a part that we did not look at. There's also the wooden rail bed that we need to consider, which is the wooden ties, which is just creosote oil plus slabs. And so that creosote that we've been collecting from the coke oven will come in very useful. You see how Industrial Revolution ties very nicely into the beginning of transportation. Because especially the part of Industrial Revolution we've been working on, this little section here, very useful. In fact, the steel unlocks, I do believe, it's either that or the blast furnace. One of those unlocks the cut quest, and so you have to at least get through. You have to at least collect like creosote oil before getting into transportation. So I think it works out nicely. Again, the wooden rail bed is wooden ties, and that is just buckets of creosote. So I will grab like this bucket and this bucket, get some slabs. Can I pour this on the ground? No, I cannot. I will start collecting on the ground. I cannot. The 12 blocks, here we go. Jungle slabs should do fine. There we go. And we have 12 wooden ties, and I'll just make another 12. Didn't realize they made so many. And that is 6 wooden rail beds. I don't know exactly how many we'll need, but I mean, can't hurt to have more, right? I mean, it can, because we could use up like all our resources, but I didn't do that, so it's all good. It's all good. So electrical steel is slowly but surely being made. Same with normal steel. Was there anything else I was working on? I guess I'll take a look. The task isn't complete, but the task isn't unlocked, but I will take a look at booster track right here, which in vanilla is called powered rail. Again, Railcraft changed it to booster track. And again, this is just Railcraft's default recipe for the booster track. Wooden rail bed, so again requiring that, but also advanced rail. Again, with electrical steel, all of these require electrical steel, all of these rails. And then the variant is just the other thing. So for this, for instance, it's electrum, because electrical, electrum, it uses electricity, it works, right? And it's also a golden color. Electrum's a golden color, I think it works. Nevertheless, electrum, what do I need for electrum? It's just gold and silver, right? Yeah. I would like to do that in the smeltery though, if possible. Yeah. Well, actually no, because I want to be testing out that, so I'll just do it in the alloy smelter. How about that? How about I actually use machines I made. that sounds like a good idea. I will be making the thermal expansion version though. Of course, so silver and gold. Worst case scenario, I will have to farm up a bit of silver, but I don't think it'll be that bad. Assume it, because we may not have silver actually. Hold on. Silver, wait, where are you? Yeah, we have silver, don't worry about that. We have a lot of silver. So that's good. Alright, silver, gold. Good. And again, bottlenecked by steel, which is bottlenecked by coal. We are slowly getting there, 2 pieces of coal coke at a time. However, I don't need a stack of steel to make what I'm trying to make. I can simply take this block of steel, just making sure not to get 64, because I could complete the quest now, because I have like 3 blocks of steel on hand. That is more than enough to add to our current amount of steel and complete the quest. But I want to do this legit. I want to make all the steel from the crude improved blast furnace. But again, if you're playing with that, feel free to do whatever you want, as long as you complete the quests, and as long as you don't cheat. That's all that matters to me. Or cheat if you want to, right? What am I to tell you? Putting the chance to keep away before I accidentally. Next, we need a bit more steel, actually. Yeah. Perfect. And simply, that makes a turbine blade, which is used in like a turbine disc. Apparently, I forgot I put that in the Infinity Catalyst, so that's exciting. That's used in a lot of things. Good to know. Anyway, that is 8 standard rails. And now I can combine that. What was I trying to make again? Track? Right, yeah. I can combine that here. I made a little bit extra, oops, with that, and we get the track quest complete. So we get, oh no, task complete. Now it wants us to make the detector veil. Wasn't actually looking at the detector veil, I was looking at the other veil, but nevertheless, detector veil is standard veil, so that those rails aren't going to waste, which is good. This requires just one. So pressure plates, we could probably make that with little effort at this point. Probably be bottlenecked by definitely electrical steel. But that's doable, I think. Maybe, we'll see. I think I am sort of running out of time for this episode though. So maybe next episode, we'll see. Meanwhile, let me see how Electrum's doing. We got that good. I should probably start on more. I should have probably already been pulverizing coal while I was doing everything else, but you know what? Oh well, I'm gonna pulverize like a stack. Hopefully that'll last me for a while, and we have like infinite coal at this point. We have so much, so I'm not worried about it in the slightest. Again, checking on coal coke. Slowly, alright, after this, we only need one more piece of coal coke, and we are golden for the Steel 2 quest. Very nice. Okay, so what was I trying to do? Of course I want to make electrical steel, right? So I need a bunch more iron. Just gonna make like 18, or see how much of 18 of each gets me, and we'll go from there. Perfect. And finally, the last piece of steel for this stupid quest in Industrial Revolution. Steel 2. Yes, this should be easy. I mean, it was easy, it just took like half an hour. But it's fine. Having a good, reliable source of power 100% helped with that. We barely made a dent in our end-of-pill supply. That's still the same stack I put in there like 4 episodes ago, whatever now, when I made the ender generator in the first place. Quest complete. 100% taking the extra 32 steel. And we get, of course, a legendary reward bag, which gives us a fairy battle sign. which I think is like a weapon. Ticket's constructs. I personally don't use it that much though. I'm fine with my sword. Still, cool to have like an extra backup, I suppose. And so that unlocks the metal press, which is a immersive engineering multi-block used to essentially replace the smelter controller or the smelter. So I'll be looking into that sometime, not necessarily soon, but sometime in the somewhat future. Meanwhile, oh, voice call, great. And you go there, you go there, you go there. Make electrical steel for me. And so I'm going to try to push to complete Basic Rails quest this episode. What it comes down to is we just need more electrical steel. And I think that should be it. It's just we have a bottleneck by electrical steel, which is just a waiting game, just like the steel quest. So I'm just gonna wait it out, and I'll be back. Okay, let's see where 18 electrical steel can get us. So we're going to combine that with the electrum ingots and get advanced rails. I do believe we need 6 of these. Yeah, 6. Perfect. And we're looking at the booster rail, or booster track, rather. Booster track, yes, 6, plus wooden tie, redstone, we have all that good. Redstone, wooden tie is here, right? Yes. Perfect. Booster track, task complete. If we go back in here, under transportation, basic rails. Oh, well, of course, it wanted us to make the detector track first. Right, my mistake. Don't get the satisfaction of a task complete then. Detector rail. Detector track. One tie, pressure plate, standard rail, right. So we need steel plus electrical steel. We have all that, I do believe. Yeah. So we want just 6. Yes, 6. Because we only need 2 this time, because we have, of course, 2 others. Good. And if I recall correctly, it's there. Then the track goes down there. Pressure plate, redstone. Pressure plate. And redstone. Perfect. The way around? Yes. Detector, rail, task complete. Also for the booster track. And we also have the activator track. I do believe this is the last task in this quest. Pretty long quest, but there is a longer quest in this book. Not in this quest line, I think this is the longest, maybe not. Because after the vanilla rails, you have to make the modded rails in the next quest, so that's fun. So, this is pretty standard. Standard rails, obviously, piston torch, wooden rail bed. I think that's all doable. Assuming we have the steel, we don't have the electrical steel, however. Shoot. Okay. So that will just mean a bit more iron, and a bit more, open, and a bit more, I should move these in there, and a bit more silicon. But that's not the end of the world. It just means I'll have to wait a little bit longer, but you guys don't have to wait at all, because I'm going to cut. Just like that, the electrical steel is complete. So now we're going to combine this with the steel once more. Let's actually get the steel right here. And it's like this, right? Not the other way around. I hope so. Yes, good. And we are going to need 3 of these. Oops. Good. Next, It's like this, right? And then we need some sticks. Just 2 will suffice. But I made 3 anyway, oops. And perfect. Activate a track. That is a quest complete, and a well-deserved one. I'm going to choose the electrical steel. Redstone alloy is pretty cheap. It's just redstone and silicon, I believe. Very, very easy. Steel, I have plenty of now. Electrum, it's easy again. Electrical steel is definitely the hardest one of that bunch. Good reward bag gives us sawdust, which is not too great, but it wasn't a great reward bag, so you know, oh well. Used in sponges, some phytogenic grow, magmatic florbs, and that's it. So, miscellaneous it is. Now I want to, obviously, I do want to do a bit of a demonstration of these, just so I can actually say I used them and not just made them for the quest. And apparently scout sticks don't work with torches. Very interesting. So I want to do a bit of a demonstration, just so I can say I can at least show how they work instead of just telling you about them, and also because they're kind of cool. So I'm just making some redstone torches to power some things, and we're gonna go outside. Find a nice flat area. I haven't explored this way too much. It's probably a flat area somewhere over here. Yeah, maybe on the other side of this beach or something. Yeah, this area looks good. So, obviously, we have your basic track. Good as can be. You know, the minecart rides along it. You can push it, although fairly slow. I think Railcraft adds a way where essentially a minecart is a lot heavier than one may think in vanilla. Anyway, but we can increase that with either a detector track and a booster track, or a booster track with a redstone torch, I believe. Yeah. So, for example, if we again ride a little bit longer, exit the way, and yeah, it looks like it actually kind of stops midway through. So maybe I'll need to put another one here, and since I'm putting another one there, I can put another one over here. Just get 2 for the price of 1. So continuing on a little bit more. Will that push it all the way through? Sort of. It could use another boost there. So let's do a detector track with that one. And so theoretically, when the minecart goes over the detector track, yeah, it'll activate the booster rail, and it will continue going around in a circle. Again, these are just the vanilla basic rails. Next episode we'll be getting into much more advanced rails 2.0. These rails are pretty hard to make, however they are 25% faster than normal rails and are explosion proof. So these are the new rails that Railcraft adds, and then you get into the exciting, like, almost sci-fi type rails that Railcraft also adds. But that's next episode. Thank you for watching this video.